Hi everybody, Pastor Kirk here. It's the middle of February and spring is busting out all over. I can tell because my grass and pollen allergies are kicking in, as in kicking my head in. You know, the ornamental pears are the very first to burst in on our streets. It's like the white flocking on a Christmas tree. And what is that bright yellow blossom tree? Does anyone know the name of that? I don't. Anyway, I love the spring bloom, but my allergies have wiped me out. And it's time to go on vacation. So Leal and I, starting next week, we'll head out of town for 2 weeks, okay? We're leaving the church in able hands. You know, I usually take off right after Christmas, but for various reasons, we've postponed our time away until now. This Sunday, the youth choir is leading worship in our blended service. They're also having a bake sale to help fund their Holy Week choir tour. By the way, we still need about 60 more promise partners. Those are prayer partners who partner with a choir member and pray for them all during the time they're on tour. And due to the popularity and growth of the youth choir, we're having to take a second bus on tour, which increases our ministry costs by about $10,000. And if you'd like to help fund that second bus for this life-changing trip with a special gift, contact our youth director, Chris Etoff. Okay? This Sunday in our Believe series, the topic is spiritual gifts. And the key idea is I know my spiritual gifts and I use them to fulfill God's purposes. Do you know what your spiritual gifts are? You know, the three gift passages in the Bible are in 1 Corinthians 12, Romans 12, and 1 Peter 4. And there are service gifts, there are speaking gifts, you know, like prophecy and speaking in tongues. And there's sign gifts, words of knowledge, and so on. I don't need to tell you a lot about this. Tim and I are preaching on it Sunday, and it's chapter 17 in our Believe book. But the book does not have a spiritual gifts inventory, and so we want to suggest that you go onto our website or our phone app and take the inventory that we have posted there. It's a 31 question inventory that'll give you a pretty good handle on what your spiritual gifting is. And we also have links to a 90 question inventory that gives you a much more detailed answer. And then if you do the inventory, send me an email with your results. I'd be really interested to see what gifts you discover in yourself. Well, we have two big staff transitions in the coming months. Wendy Campbell, our kids ministry director for the past 9 years, has resigned to join her husband Scott, who's taken a promotion with the FBI in Washington, D.C. And a selection team is actively interviewing candidates for Wendy's position, and they expect a new director in place by March, okay, for those of you who are asking. And then, you know, when John Neuenschwander, our family ministries director, resigned, that was at the end of the year, to plant a church in Santa Cruz, our session decided we're going to replace him with a family ministries pastor. And we're doing a nationwide search to find that person, somebody in ordained ministry, probably in their mid-30s, like John was, to lead our family and community group ministries and to be actively involved in preaching to our modern casual crowd. Neil Johnson, one of our elders, is leading that search. And he's got both a focus group and a selection team that are giving him input. And we are praying that the new pastor will be on staff by midsummer, well ahead of our fall programming. So those are the two staff developments that are coming up. Hey, mark your calendars for several upcoming events in March. Our missions auction is Saturday, March 12th to fund our several short-term mission trips. And then Holy Week begins Palm Sunday, March 20th. And then Thursday of Holy Week, instead of our traditional Maundy Thursday service, we're planning a musical drama called The Power of the Cross, which it has a Lord's Supper embedded in the drama. And then our Good Friday service, of course, traditionally noontime in the worship center. And then The youth Good Friday is also when our youth choir has its homecoming concert that evening at 7 p.m. And then Easter. We have 4 Easter services, 2 modern casuals at 7:30 and 9, and 2 classic or blended services at 9 and 10:40, and those will be in the worship center. And then, as usual, we're going to have our deacon-hosted breakfast in the Family Life Center. Okay? That's all for now. Be sure to give me a bon voyage hug on Sunday, and I'll see everybody in 2 weeks. I love you, church.